Hello, this is Cam with Best Cutter. I'm gonna show you how to export your 3D models from Autodesk Fusion into TubesT. So first thing I'm gonna do is check my design units. So just go to your profile icon, click on preferences, and then right here at the left you can find the default unit. So just click it, go to the design, and right here you can find your unit. So choose any units you want to work with. In my case, I'm gonna work with inches, so just click it, hit apply, and then OK. To actually make this change effective, you have to go here to your file and then create a new design. So just go there and you can now close the previous file. If you already have the units that you want to work with, just skip that part and just close the menu. So I'm gonna draw a pipe, so I wanna create a sketch for that. I'm gonna choose the plane that's opposite to the green axis because that's actually the y-axis, as you can see right here in this icon, and the y-axis normally the long axis of the tube. So just click the opposite one, and right there you can start drawing your profile. In this case it's a circle, so just click on the circle center diameter, then click on the center and move the mouse a little bit. Right here you can input the outside diameter, for example, so I'm gonna use a 2 inches pipe. Then you have to draw another circle for your internal diameter. You can input your internal diameter, or you just click it and then input the thickness. So that's what I'm gonna do. For that, I'm gonna hold the right click and then drag it to the sketch and then drag it to the left, so you can get to the sketch dimension on just go here and click this icon. Then I'm gonna click the outside diameter and the inside diameter, and I'm gonna have the distance between them, which is actually the wall thickness. So in my case I'm gonna use an eighth of an inch, so that's 1.125. Enter, and then go to solid, and now you can extrude your profile. So just choose the outside surface and then drag this arrow to have the length. You can drag it until you find the right length, or just input right here the dimensions. So in this case I'm gonna use a 10 inches long part. If you hold the control and the scroll button, you can drag the view. If you just click the scroll button, you can pivot the view. Now I'm gonna show you how to make a cope. So if it's just a straight cope, you can just click on sketch and choose one of the sides. So in this case I'm gonna use the bottom plane, and then just make a circle, same diameter as the pipe. Now I'm gonna cut that circle, so just go to solid, then extrude. Then right here in the operation you can change this from new body to cut. Then on the direction I'm gonna make it symmetric, and then here in the extend type I'm gonna make it through all, so it cuts through all the volume. So that's how you have your cope if it's straight. Now if it's with an angle, it's a little trickier, so you have to make an angle plane to make that. For that I'm gonna make a construction starting with a point at center of a circle. So because I'm gonna do it on this end, I'm gonna use this circle as my point, my first point. Click OK, and then I want to have another point. In this case it's gonna be a vertex, so just go and try to snap the mouse in one of the edges. So here's is fine, so just click it, then hit OK. Now with those 2 points I'm gonna make an axis, so just click on axis through 2 points. So first point is the middle one, and then the vertex one. So there you go, you have your axis. That axis is gonna be your pivot for your plane. So just click on construct again, construct, and then plane at angle. So the axis for the pivot, and now you can move the plane with the right angle that you want for the cope. So in this case I'm gonna use a 45-degree angle, then hit OK, and now on this angle you just click it and create a new sketch. Okay, so there you go, that's your plane, and then you can draw the circle for the cut, extrusion cut. So try to find the center point, and you can try to snap it on the 2 inches, so you just use the shortcut again for the dimension. So just click on 2 inches, and then, well, actually here is not on center, so I can just click it and try to snap it here. For that we might have to make it coincident, so this and this is coincident. Okay, so just add, you can add the restrictions so it works better. So finish your sketch, and then let's do the extrusion cut again. So again, it's symmetric. I'm gonna rotate this view, symmetric through all, and then cut. Well, it actually automatically detects that you want to cut, so it will do it for you. So that's how you have copes. If it's just simple as this, you can export to the IGS to TubesT. So just go ahead and click on File, then Export. Then here you can input a name, so pipe with copes. I'm gonna save it in my desktop, so just go here in desktop, save it, and then export right here. Now before we open TubesT, you might have to change this extension. So let me show you. If you try to import in TubesT, import from file, then go to the desktop, it can be that it cannot find it, okay, because it can only takes .IGS, not IGS. So one trick for that is just replace the file name, so just rename it here, and then just delete the E from the IGS. Okay, if you don't see the extension, so just go here to the file explorer, and in this view option, then show, you can activate this file name sections. Okay, so now that you change that to IGS, the software can recognize it. So desktop, and it's right here. So just you can auto identify if it's not the long axis is the Y, so it's better to have this option activated. And the counter, it has to be outer, so you don't want to recognize the inner surfaces. That can be a problem in the future, so just leave it on outer. Now if it's an open shape like angle, C-channel, or I-beam, you want to have this checked. So in this case it's a pipe, so I'm just gonna uncheck it. Click and open, and there you go, you have your pipe with copes. Now this won't work very good because the copes are like sharp, and if your head is straight, you know that you'll have an extra material on this side. So TubesT has an option to fix that, so just select the whole pipe and click on weld curve. So weld curve will compensate this material excess and move the path into the inner surface of the material. So here is where the wall thickness matters. So that's how it knows how much to move it in. It won't do it on this end, so don't worry, you won't miss the accuracy of your center hole. Once you match it with your other pipe, it will keep the same dimensions. He will do it for both. Okay, so that's like the first part. For the second part, I'm gonna show you how to export the pipe with another counter on the side, say like a curve that you want to wrap, or a text, or a DXF that you have and you want to project it on the pipe. So let's go to Fusion. I'm gonna start with a text. So create sketch and then click on the flat plane, the bottom plane, and here in the create you can create a text. Just make a rectangle here for the size, and you can turn the text and then input any text you want. Here you can control the height again, so you're gonna make it a little bigger. Now you can drag this to any place you want, so I'm gonna just put it there. Now you want to extrude this text in order to project it to the surface. You want to extrude that in like a surface, so extrude it here in your surface tab. The start point will be from an object, so my object will be the inner face. Just click it, and then the extend type will be to an object, so let's make it to the outer face. Okay, so just like that. Then okay, now my sketch is right here projected, but it is only like the lines. We want to split the surface into those lines, so for that I'm gonna click on modify right here and split face. The faces to split is this, the pipe, and the splitting tool is the text. So you can check here your sketches and click on well, actually just select it like this. Yes, so that will work. Split with surface, yes, and then okay. Okay, now if we put the mouse on top, you can see that now the faces are individual faces. Now this is the way that you can export. So if you have like a DXF file, you can insert here DXF and again split faces. Yeah, okay. Then now we can save it. Well, this is the project if you want to edit this later. So pipe test, save it. But I'm gonna export. I'm actually gonna export to TubesT. So pipe test to the desktop, export. Then again we have to remove the E and import from TubesT. And there you go. Your text or any counter is now being written in TubesT. You can have it as a same layer if you want to cut it, or as a different layer if you want to etch it or mark it. Now you can still have problems exporting some files from Autodesk Fusion into TubesT because you cannot change the export settings in Fusion. So sometimes TubesT needs to recognize the surfaces of your 3D model as trimmed surface. Uh, to do that manually before exporting in Fusion, we will have to check right here in the bodies folder that some of the bodies are still solid. Okay, so if you export this on the IGS, maybe it's gonna export as bonded surfaces instead of trimmed. So we might have to select the whole model and click on modify and click on unstitch. Then click on OK, and you're gonna see that now all the bodies are actually surfaces, trimmed surfaces. So now we can try to export here, and then change the name, export. Again, remove the E from the extension and try again to import from Fusion, from TubesT. So right here, open, and you can see that it is still reading correctly. Thank you.